Well, I suppose I should have watched that video before I decided what I was going to talk about, because a lot of the things I was going to say were on that. It was really fortunate. Jerry Coleman is here. He was my first coach, and then I was coached by Will Stevens, and those were with the Will Spikettes. And I didn't realize we were doing anything revolutionary because we were all girls running together, and we were supported, and there weren't any issues, boy-girl kind of issues, until my senior year in high school, and I was invited to run for our high school track team. And our high school track team was all boys, and there was one other girl and I that started out running for the team, and the other girl dropped out. She said this was too hard, so then there was just me, and I had to run in the boys' races because there weren't any girls' races, and so when I would pass a boy, instead of being beaten by a girl, he would just drop out. So sometimes I would get second or third, but I was always last. And that year was a kind of a discouraging year, but I did at the end of the season get to run in the first CIF women's state track meet, and I was fourth there. And didn't run as fast as I had run for Will Spikettes, and I think part of it was just because that year was a frustrating year. But then I got to move on to Davis, and as you saw from the video, we were trying to start a cross-country team there. There was already a track team. And what Sue didn't say in that video is that we had 3 qualifications to start the team. We had to show there was an interest. We had to compete against other teams, which both of those 2 we could do, but the third one was we had to show potential. And so the athletic director, Joe Singleton, invited Sue and I to go back to nationals, and if I could do well enough, we would start a cross-country team. And so she said about the pressure, well, she put a lot of pressure on me because she said, you know, no problem, but when we go back there, if you don't do well enough, we don't get to have a girls' cross-country team at Davis. And she didn't tell me what well enough was. She just said, you have to do well enough. And she was right. I'm a bit of an overachiever, so I managed to get second. And when I came back, Joe Singleton, the athletic director, said, yep, you guys win. You get to have a cross-country team. And I felt always at Davis that there was kind of a lot of pressure because I wasn't just competing for me, but I was competing for all the girls that would come after us. But it was a good experience, and I was really glad that I got to be part of that. And then met my husband at Davis, who's the next Hall of Fame inductee, Peanut. And we had 4 daughters, which we have 2 of here tonight, and grandkids here tonight. And they were very supportive for us to continue coaching all these years. And I have one athlete here tonight that competed for me and was really encouraging for me to get back in shape after years of having kids and not competing. So anyway, it was a great experience for me in my competition, but I also wanted you guys to know a little bit about the history and what had happened before all the great runners that came after me and will continue to come after me. I was happy to be able to pave the way. So thank you.